We're back in session. We're back in session. We're back in session, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to House of Canada. We had to wipe off the dust from this channel, but today we had one of the most successful live streams in Canadian politics history. Justin Trudeau showed up on his first day back at work up against Pierre Poilievre after all of the anticipated built-up tension from this summer. Now, those that remember the Liberal Stronghold by-election that took place a couple of months ago, that didn't really go in their favor. Yeah, well, the opening clips I'm about to share with you is from Pierre Poilievre welcoming the not-so-liberal Stronghold by-election winner, which turned out to be a Conservative MP. So welcome, new guy, everybody. This is going to be very exciting. I've got the clips prepared for you. You got Justin Trudeau, Pierre Poilievre go toe-to-toe here. First day back at work. I hope you enjoy this clip. I hope that you, decide to tune in if you can to the live streams in the future, where we're going to live stream every single question period here on this channel, as we have over the past few years. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, turn post notifications on so you don't miss a single beat. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this clip. Yeah! Liberal Stronghold! Hey, Liberal Stronghold! Look at that Liberal Stronghold! Look at that! Liberal Stronghold. As if. Ain't no such thing as a Liberal Stronghold right now. W's, folks. W's in the chat. Come on. We know MPs in the House right now are watching this feed.
Mr. Speaker, it is an honor to present to you Don Stewart, the member for the electoral district of Toronto-St. Paul's. He has taken the oath, signed the roll, and now claims the right to take his seat.
New guy! We got a new guy! Look at that! Woohoo! That's the Liberal Stronghold right there. Conservative MP taking that spot. Welcome aboard, new guy. Hell yeah. Don't forget, there's 2 more by-elections happening today. There's 2 more. They muted the feed, by the way. They muted the feed. There's 2 more by-elections happening today, folks. 2 more massive Liberal strongholds. Huge Liberal strongholds that are happening today. It's done. It's done with the Liberals. They're fed up. People want Conservatives. You saw the empire topple with Toronto St. Paul, and they just walked him in. There you go. He's getting sworn in.
I'm really happy that you joined us. It's the best place you'll ever be.
The best place you'll ever be. Yeah, it's going to be a Conservative majority. It's going to be a zoo in there. Of course it's the best place you'll ever be. Woo! Oh, man.
Questions!
Oral questions! Questions! Oh, God! Honorable Leader of the Opposition, soon to be next Prime Minister of Canada, Pierre Poilievre! Let's go!
For 9 years, the Liberal bloc has put a tax on your food, causing your groceries to be more expensive, doubled the cost of housing, and doubled the national debt. With the full support of the bloc has voted over 200 times to keep this party and this government in power. And now they want to increase your taxes even more. Isn't it time for you to have the chance to choose a new common sense government that will cut taxes, build housing, fix the budget, and stop crime? The Right Honourable Prime Minister. Mr. Speaker, if the opposition leader had spent any time speaking to Canadians this summer, he would realize that Canadians want solutions. They want solutions to the challenges they face as families with fighting climate change. They want to know how Canada is going to position itself for the economy of the future. But the opposition leader is only interested in his own interests, not Canadians' interests. Meanwhile, we on the other side of the house continue to work to deliver the goods to Canadians to build a stronger economy for all. The Honourable Leader of the Opposition. Mr. Speaker, what Quebecers see is the biggest expansion of the federal government in Canadian history, a centralizing government and a costly one at that. And all this with the full support of the Bloc, which has voted some 200 times for inflationary spending, centralizing spending, and bureaucracy, which totals $500 billion. Mr. Speaker, Quebecers have the right to have a common-sense government that will cut taxes, build housing, fix the budget, and stop crime now. The Right Honourable Prime Minister. What we're doing, Mr. Speaker, when we announced in Quebec a significant investment in Telesat to create good jobs.
Oh, yeah, right.
Which will have an impact on productivity and national security in Canada and all around the world. The Conservative response was to call their friend Elon Musk to say, no, you can't send those jobs here to Canada. Instead, you should be giving your money to American billionaires. We find that completely far-fetched. We are here.
The majority owners in Telesat shares are American companies, by the way.
After 9 years of NDP Liberals, taxes up, costs up, crime's up, time's up. And now he wants a 300% carbon tax hike, all the way up to 61 cents a litre. Why not let Canadians choose a common-sense Conservative government that will axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, and stop the crime now?
Damn, dude. A beacon of hope.
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
The opposition has spent any time listening to Canadians over the summer, he would have heard that they need solutions. They need answers to the challenges they're facing. That's not what he's offering. Indeed, he doesn't care about Canadians. He just cares about himself and his own political interests. We're going to keep focused on doing the things that he refuses to do, whether it's him voting against dental care, whether it's him voting against child care, whether it's him voting against a national school food program. We're going to still deliver the things that matter to Canadians, like food in kids' bellies, childcare spaces, and supports for seniors to go to the dentist, many of them first time in years.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Children are hungrier than ever after 9 years of the NDP Liberals. In fact, 25% of them are not getting enough food, and we now know why. A carbon tax fraud has been perpetrated by this NDP Liberal Prime Minister, who kept secret Environment Canada documents that showed that the carbon tax was blowing a $25 billion hole in our economy. Our economy per capita is smaller today than it was 10 years ago, during which time the American economy has grown by 19%. Instead of a reckless plan to hike the tax to 61 cents a litre, why not allow Canadians to vote to axe the tax?
There you go. Let Canadians decide.
Minister.
Here's a news flash for the Conservative leader. Climate change costs money. And what would cost the most money to Canadians at all is his do-nothing climate plan. News flash. When the Toronto subway gets flooded, it costs money. News flash. When forest fires hit communities across this country...
Hey, he learned a new word.
Money to rebuild...
Newsflash.
You have droughts that hit farmers and agriculturists across this country. It costs money.
Newsflash.
Money is putting money in 8 out of 10 of the money of Canadians' pockets with the Canada carbon rebate to support their families and fight climate change.
He's like the pig from Looney Tunes. All right, let's go, Pierre.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister just proved my point. His tax doesn't stop floods, fires, or droughts. All it does is create more poverty. This also from a high-flying, high-taxing, high-carbon hypocrite who flew 92,000 kilometers in a fuel-guzzling, tax-funded private jet while he taxes single moms and seniors for heating their homes. Now, carbon tax Carney wants him to put the tax back on home heating oil. Will he reject carbon tax Carney and instead allow Canadians to choose to axe the tax?
Yeah.
Just want to remind all members, and to do so early, to be very mindful of their language that they use in referring to other members in this House. The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the Conservative leader doesn't believe in climate change, and that's why he has a do-nothing plan to fight climate change. It would cost Canadians money and challenge the future we're building for our kids. Our plan, with the Canada Carbon Rebate, puts more dollars in 8 out of 10 Canadians' pockets right across the country, supports the middle class and people working hard to join it, while delivering the kinds of investments that are going to grow our economy and reduce emissions at the same time. This is a responsible climate plan that fights climate change and supports Canadians. He wants to do nothing. He wants to hurt Canadians.
Nah, dude, he wants to give Canadians more money in their pockets.
The Honourable Member for Belleuil-Chambly. Mr. Speaker, allow me first of all to wish a warm welcome to everyone. Welcome back here, all of us. It's a by-election in La Salle et Mar Verdun today, and I'd like the Prime Minister to explain to retired people aged 65 to 74 in that riding why their pension checks are 10% lower than retirees who are 75 and over. This is a horrible form of discrimination, and they're entitled to know why.
There you go. Call an election.
Honourable Prime Minister.
Pierre won't discriminate.
Mr. Speaker, we did recognize that seniors 75 and over have higher costs and often lower savings. So we've increased investments for them. But what I don't really understand, Mr. Speaker, is that the Bloc, which claims to be concerned about people of that age group, those 65 and over, why did they vote against dental care for those tens of thousands of seniors all across Canada who've recently been able to get dental care paid by the federal government, and the Bloc voted against it? They don't care about seniors in the Bloc. Once again, I'd like members to stick to language that's much more clearly parliamentary. The Honourable Member for Belleuil-Chambly. Mr. Speaker, it's easy to get the Prime Minister confused. I'm talking about a jurisdiction that is exclusive to Quebec, that the federal government has encroached upon. He also said that Anglophones in Quebec couldn't get health care services in English the same as Francophones. That's false. So I would ask him explicitly to recognize that he misled Montreal, Quebec, and La Salle et Mar Verdun's Anglophones when he said that Anglophones don't get the same health care services as Francophones. The Right Honourable Prime Minister. He claims to speak for the government of Quebec, but the government of Quebec itself admitted that they were going to issue an order to clarify and explain that they were not going after Anglophones. We're still waiting for that explanation, but if the government of Quebec can recognize that, then I think the Bloc should be able to acknowledge it too. So for seniors over 65 who got dental care thanks to us, they don't care about them. They just want their jurisdiction, but we're providing something that Quebec was not providing, and so the federal government stepped up and paid for that so that those seniors could get dental care that their own government, provincial government, wasn't providing them, and the Bloc voted against that.